those of you who are just joining us, my name is Jackie Greenham. I'm with the town of Labrador City, and I'm here today with Kevin Roul. He's actually from Labrador City, but not living in Labrador City. But he's going to be helping us out with IronFest. So, Kevin, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do and how it kind of ties into what we're doing?
Hey, Jackie. Super happy to have you as part of the event, and super happy to have you as communications director assisting us with all this. Basically, my job is I'm the director of production and director of site as well for IronFest this year. Very happy to be a part of it and to be able to bring such an event to Labrador City.
Yes, it sounds like it's going to be really cool, and we got a good lineup planned.
Great lineup planned. It's we've been back and forth over this lineup a couple times when we were in the process of booking it, and I think with the San Roberts Band, the Navigators, and the guys locally, Dave McHugh and a DJ, it's going to be a great event overall.
For sure. So speaking of the lineup, let's talk a bit about the stage. So can you give us an idea of what that's going to look like? Because I got a feeling it's going to be something pretty spectacular for Labrador City. So why don't you give us a little idea?
Absolutely. So the whole idea and the whole design of the stage really came from a large festival standpoint, and we wanted to kind of bring the large festival to Labrador City in the mantra of being able to, bring the big stage of what you would see in your Montreals, your Quebec cities, and your Monktons, PEI as well. Generally some areas that we flock to and vacation to as people and residents of Labrador City and Labrador West. We wanted to bring that exact thing in with us to Labrador City. So we've brought in a large stage, which is a stage line SL260. We've also brought in some LED screens that'll go on either side of it as well. So it'll be a great thing to see in Labrador City, but it'll also be a great place that everybody will be able to view the concert, whether that be from right up front at the front of the stage, or right in the back where you want to be comfortable. And it's we're able to capitalize that with the production that we're bringing.
That sounds amazing. I can't wait. I understand there's still a call out for concessions.
Yeah, definitely a call out for concessions and for volunteers. Events like this, no matter what the level, don't happen without concessions or volunteers. We've just come back and just arrived back in Montreal, where we live right now, coming from doing the CFL's Touchdown Atlantic. And I can tell you, overall, we had a number of concessions out there, which were local businesses throughout the Nova Scotia area, not just located in Wolfville, but also from the Halifax area. I think one guy came down from Truro, and we had one guy come down from Moncton as well, I believe, that provided concessions. So, it's not one of those things where it's like, hey, let's just go to a concert. We really need the community support in doing so, and whether that's concessions or even volunteers, Jackie. Like, it's hard knowing that Labrador City and Labrador West are such a large group of volunteers in that community. And I know everybody really just wants to attend this concert too and don't want to volunteer their time. But without having the volunteers, without having people for concessions, small businesses coming out and, making food for everybody, it's very difficult for us to do these events. And going forward, it would be very difficult for us to do these types of events. So I would highly, highly, highly wish that people that own small businesses, whether it's a small restaurant and you think you could provide something, if it's pizza that you make and you want to put in an application for that, we'd really appreciate it. And it's not just to the residents of Labrador City or Walbush, it's also the residents of Labrador. If you've got something that you think that people would really enjoy and you've got to come from Goose Bay, we would really love to have you. We'd love to have the opportunity, one, to have you there, two, to taste your food, because we're all pretty excited about getting in some of that cuisine.
It just sounds like an opportunity to make a bit of coin too. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to have a big crowd there. We've got a beer garden. People are going to want to eat. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, it just sounds like an amazing opportunity to get in there and make some money for your business.
Yeah, exactly. And concessions in this general aspect do make some pretty good money. It's some pretty good sales. And generally speaking, for the crowd that we're trying to attract, that we really don't feel that it'd be a waste of time for somebody to come in and put up a concession.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the vibe going to be like? Can people bring lawn chairs? Like, is this going to be? Uh,
There's going to be times, especially that you're going to want to sit down and just take in the music and take in the overall atmosphere. So there will be a section in an area where you can have your lawn chairs. There's also a section in an area where you can bring your RV, which is going to be very, very helpful as well. So I mean, you have to have a ticket to the event plus the RV pass in order to bring your RV, but that's another way that people can really go and enjoy this event is that if you want to get the camping experience, it's not the glamping that you're probably used to with the power and the water hookups and those kind of things. It's more of a festival style camping that you'd see at a lot of large concerts. But we highly recommend that you do it. And maybe that's where you take the break before, the wild ones get on the stage or whoever's else that you really want to see and get to the front row. Sit down and enjoy it from the comforts of your RV or from your lawn chair. We'll have some stands in place as well that you can sit and watch it from the back, and you'll be able to watch it from the back as well in your chair. So don't feel that you have to drag your RV in. But it's just the opportunity for us to get people out to see it, and also for our seniors and to be able to come in and take that out. I know even for me as a guy in his late 30s, it's hard for me to stand for those amount of hours. So I'd like to have a seat every now and
Same.
then too. So by all means, feel free to bring that chair. We'll have a designated area. It won't be
Yeah.
front row, just to give you an indication, but we will have a designated area where you can sit down in your chair and hopefully be able to view the concert.
And so what happens in case of rain?
Hey, it's this is a go no matter what. This is in this world of concerts and doing festivals, we don't plan for rain. It's bring a poncho, bring a rain jacket kind of thing.
Yeah.
Umbrellas, unfortunately, I'm sorry, aren't allowed. But I would tell you to dress for the weather that day, and it's no different than going out to Cavendish or anything like that. But the only time that we stop or delay is if there's high winds and thunder and lightning. We have a provision in place for those, and that's for safety reasons. Because really, at the end of the day, in high winds, that stage can become a sail pretty quickly.
Well, we don't want that, but we do want people to have like the ultimate, authentic festival experience. And I went to festivals and it poured, and there's an element of fun to that too. Like.
Yeah, for sure. I'll never forget it. Some years ago in some of the concerts that we've done on the hill in Moncton and some that we've done in Quebec as well, when it's rained and poured, it's just added to the overall experience.
Oh, for sure.
The biggest one I can tell you about is when we did Imagine Dragons in Quebec City, and they got on stage. They played 3 songs before it picked up and got too much, but he got down. He ran around in the rain while he was singing, So it just adds an element. And I can tell you the Sam Roberts Band, as well as the Navigators, and I'm sure the rest of our musicians that are playing the show are very excited to be here, very excited to get there and play on that stage. And I don't think it'd be a disappointment even if it rains and people show up.
No, I think it's going to be awesome no matter what happens. I mean, how can it not, So is there going to be merch for sale?
Yeah, for sure. We'll have some merch for sale from the artists for sure. We're looking at some merch from the IronFest as well that we're going to have on site for sale. Just a matter of what we're going to have is going to be a little bit of a surprise based off availability and as to what's coming out. But we're looking at doing some merch for sale. So for sure, bring that wallet book with you so you can get a piece of the inaugural IronFest.
Yeah. So this is not a small event. This takes a lot of work. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what goes into making something like this happen, especially in a remote area like Labrador?
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest challenge overall for us is planning an event like this for somewhere like Labrador City. When it comes to other areas where we do plan these events, we have access to everything. So if you forget the littlest thing, we can put it on a truck and bring it down. But there's a lot of logistical planning that goes into this. A lot of planning for flights, obviously, for bands coming in and out, and staffers as well, flying in and out. So there's a lot of logistical challenges, as there is, for everything in Labrador City. But we've overcome all those logistical challenges so far. We haven't had any issues, and we're really, really looking forward to be able to bring this in. and to really make it something that we can have for many years to come, and hopefully something that we can have that's going to be, an annual event.
For sure. And I just wanted to mention too, like there are still opportunities for sponsorship. And I did want to give a shout out to Rio Tinto IOC for coming on as our title sponsor and supporting us in such a big way. So I think that's an amazing gift, and hopefully other businesses will support us in a similar way.
Lots of businesses have already stepped up to the plate to really help us. I can't say, there's so many of them right now that I really don't want to list them off because I forget. But even when I was in to do a site visit a couple of weeks ago, I was overly impressed. And, it's great to see that Labrador City spirit and that Labrador West spirit in order to get the businesses involved in order to help us to pull this off.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything else that you would like to add to this? I think we covered a lot of ground.
I think we did. Like I said, it's a new event for Labrador, not just Labrador City. We really want people to come in, whether you're in Goose Bay, up north in Labrador, Churchill Falls, out on the south coast, Vermont, anywhere. It's really open to the residences within Labrador. And it's not that you have to drive, to Moncton or to Quebec City or to Montreal or out to St. John's to see an event of this size. So we really want to encourage it and say, hey guys, come in. We really want to see you. The more the merrier. The better we do on these events is the better it's going to be going forward. And that's the truth. Like, volunteers, like I said, are the backbone of any event. And without the volunteers, we can't do this. So we really need volunteers for this event. We're really hoping that we can get some more volunteers for this event, as well as some concessions. And then on the other side too, if there's suggestions or if there's something you feel that we missed or you're not sure about it, feel free to reach us out and ask those questions. It's the inaugural event. People may not have purchased tickets as of yet because they just don't know what it's going to be. It's definitely live. It's definitely on stage in Labrador City, not just some video broadcast of a couple bands playing away somewhere. This is live in your face. It's probably one of the biggest that we've had there since the soiree in the late 90s. So it's going to be that kind of feel, and we're really, really looking forward to putting this event off, and we're really looking forward to bringing this to the residents of Labrador as a whole. I really can't say, we thank IOC, we thank all the other sponsors, but I got to thank the town of Labrador City as well, because without them, we wouldn't be doing this, and council. It's a great vision that they had. I'm very happy, as being a youth that grew up in Labrador City and being in this industry, to be able to bring my passion back to Labrador City. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm very, very excited and happy that council was able to step up and do something like this.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, I can't wait. It's a big deal. It's going to be amazing here in Labrador, and I can't just go out and get your tickets is all I'm saying. Eventbrite tickets are available on Eventbrite. Get them now, because you're not going to want to miss this. Nobody's going to want to miss this. And for anybody that has if you need any more information on how to sponsor, if you're interested in volunteering, if you're interested in setting up a concession, just reach out, contact us. Like Kevin said, you could email the rec department, recreation@labradorcity.ca, or call them by phone at 944-3602. And I think it's going to be an amazing time. I cannot wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. And even if you don't think that you could volunteer to do certain things, there's a number of positions that we need to fill. So we need camera operators. We need guys to push cases around too. When it comes to production, if you don't want to take tickets or anything like that, we will find a place for you. So please, by all means, if that's something or some experience that you have in the past with CRRS or the Arts Culture Center or anything like that, and you want to get involved, we will find a home for you, that's for sure. And we're really looking forward to putting on this event.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for chatting with me this evening. Much appreciated. And I guess I will see you at the concert.
Yeah, see you soon. 3 weeks away.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Thanks. Bye.